Hello everyone. Thank you for joining us for today's webinar. Today's topic will be Lightspeed Trader 101, Introduction to the Platform. My name is Rob Lifson. I'm one of the VPs of Business Development and Sales here at Lightspeed Trading. We are always trying to present some additional topics and information and help you with learning our software and give you some helpful hints and tips and ways to learn to configure the platform. It's very customizable and very easy to configure and grow and make it more advanced as you go. It starts off very basic, and then you can really grow with it and customize it to be really take advantage of some of the benefits of the very fast order routing, the configuration, the layout design. So we always try to present, an intro to the platform on occasion, and also other topics as well. Before we get started, I just have a brief disclosure here. This presentation is for informational purposes only. Nothing presented today should be construed as investment advice or recommendation to buy, sell, or hold any specific securities. Since we don't know everyone's investment objectives or risk tolerance, we are not endorsing any specific trading strategies. Lightspeed Trading is not affiliated with any other service providers. Data, information, and materials provided for informational and educational purposes only. This information or content should not be construed as any offer, solicitation, or recommendation to buy, sell any securities. Any investment decisions should be made by the user based solely on their independent analysis, taking into consideration of financial circumstances, investment objectives, and risk tolerance. We don't endorse, recommend, offer any of the services provided by any of the above providers or any of our website or other presentations to execute any trading strategies. Anything should solely be based on the independent analysis of the user. Okay, great. Thank you. So you can view some of our previous webinars here on our resources page. If you go into our webinars tab, you can see upcoming webinars. You can register for anything coming up and view any of the recent recordings you may have missed. We offer a lot of different topics, strategy, analysis, and also with the platform, you can access our entire archive. So this certainly will be posted to the website as well within a couple days here as well. So you can see we have strategies, analysis, and other information. We always have a tax webinar as well to go over some of the tax rules and requirements. So we try to provide a lot of different information. So today's topic is going to be on the Lightspeed Trader software. Try to show you some of the ways to configure and customize and really utilize it to the best of its abilities and to help you with, easily managing orders, positions, and the software to make that easily part of your trading business. So here is one layout for the Lightspeed Trader software. It's very customizable. I'm sure every single person that's on this webinar or even on the software has a different layout that have different custom settings and configurations. So you can really, set it up to how you want to view it. You can easily change the background colors, the size of the windows, and the content. If you ever get too lost or stray too far from the original layout, you can always go to the layout menu and load a predefined layout. This will bring you back to our original layouts here. We have a couple of the originals. So if I wanted to go back to something original, I can do so. I actually have two open here. Sorry about that. So you see we have a starting one here, a couple ones based on the different sizes of your monitors, so you can make it a little bigger. Now every window can be removed, can be resized and adjusted. So if you have multiple monitors, all you have to do is resize and move them to another monitor, and you can really take advantage of the monitor space you have and get whatever windows you are looking for. If I go into the new menu, that's where I'm able to open up additional windows for any of the categories. If I want an additional level 2 window, I can do that. If I want an additional chart, same thing. All I have to do is go to the chart menu, new menu, and everything else can easily be opened from the new menu. When you do have layout saved, you can go and save a backup to your computer. I'll do a save layout as, which will easily allow me to save this to my computer. Then if I want to load a previous layout, I just have to do the same thing, go back to my load save layout, select the layout I'm looking to do, and then reload it. So it's very easy to add or remove or change these as well. Okay, so now let's just go over some of the specific windows, and then, I'm sorry, can everyone hear me okay as well? Okay, great. Now, every window is customizable as well. If you click on the gear here, you can see they bring you to the setting menu for each individual window and their individual settings. So I have different tabs here based on different settings. So we'll go over a lot of the different settings here, and you can go over each individual customizable settings here as well. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so we're going to go over some of the various windows here and then some of the settings as well. And then we'll go over how to customize them a little bit, some of the functions. Guys have questions, certainly send them out to me as we go. If they relate to the to the topic or the subject I'm on, I'll certainly try to answer that. If not, I'll try to get to it by the end. We'll have some time at the end for individual questions. I'll also going to go over some of the custom orders, the hot buttons, the hotkeys, and some of the routing available as well. So we'll try to get to as much as we can, and certainly I'll try to answer any questions that I can as well. So you can see we have our main toolbar up top here. This is the main index or toolbar. This will give you the information pertaining to the general market. You see you have your Dow Jones, your Nasdaq. You can add additional symbols. You also have your P&L here as well. My open or close P&L can be displayed here. This can also move the entire program. If I click down on the index bar and I hold it, that's going to move the entire program. If I only want to move the index bar, I would hold the control button down and I can move that to adjust and then move my entire program as well. So you can either move it individually or move it all together. This one index bar cannot be resized or adjusted, so that's always going to be a fixed size, but you can move it and then make your changes to your layout based off of where you want that index bar to be. But that's always going to be a constant size. When you do save a layout, that will save all your settings, your hotkeys, your configuration. So that would be there. So you do have your main toolbar here. There is a way to also enable a rough estimate of commissions if you are on a per share basis. If you're on the per ticket basis that we offer, the software is not going to calculate it. But quickly here, if I go into design, I show my net P&L. I could set my base rate if I'm on a $4.50 base rate per 1,000 shares. That will include the commissions and also any average add or remove ECN fees. So that can display my net P&L. That is available, but like I said, only on a per share basis. This is based on a per 1,000 share item. Next, we have our order window. This is where you would display all orders. You can show open, pending orders, canceled orders, or executed orders. You can have more than one orders window as well if you only want to show one that has open orders versus one that only has executed orders. I'll go back and circle back to some of these examples once we submit some live orders here. Just want to go through some of the summary of the windows here. Messages window, this is where you're going to display all running actions you take in the trading system pertaining to orders or even the messages we send out to you. But for every order you place, you're going to get a message. It's going to indicate this order has been accepted or rejected. If you don't have enough funds for that order, it will have a rejected based on buying power. So you always want to have this messages window open somewhere, or at least in the background, to always check what happens with your orders. Next would be my order entry window. This is where you would submit your basic orders. There's a lot of different ways to place them. You can use here, you enter your symbol. You're going to enter your share size, your order type, limit, market, stop, opens, close, pegged orders. We offer a lot of different order types. And then you'd select your order route, your market destination. So you can send it to either the Lightspeed Smart Route or the ARCA, Edge, Nasdaq routes there if you want to go to the exchanges. And then we also do have strategy routes and dark pool routes. So I'll try to send those, show some examples of those as well. Placing the orders, very simple. It's either just hitting the buy button or the sell button. Now, a sell short, we don't have its own sell short button. So the sell button will indicate as a sell short if you don't have a position to close. So here's a example of an order here. I'm going to do something that's not marketable to show what an open order looks like. I can choose to have my confirmations open, or I can remove my confirms. So I have a order placed. You can see in my messages window buying 500 shares. It's now an open white order here. Buying 500 shares. You can see it's pending, 0 out of 500 executed. Now I can easily modify or cancel this order in a lot of different ways. If I right click on the order, I could cancel or modify or change it, increase or decrease by a penny at a time. If I want to modify, I can change the share size or even change the order type or even cancel the order. I can right click to cancel the order as well. A red order will indicate a canceled order. And you can see I have a message as well, you are out, SPY, that indicates that order is canceled. It does not indicate the position is closed. So you have to be aware that you are out message indicates a canceled order. When you do have more than one hot button window or order entry and orders window, you can either link them specifically, or it does know the highlighted window will indicate that's the symbol that you're looking at, and that's the symbol that will cancel or be dictated for my order entry form. So the yellow border indicates an active window. So this is actually the level 2 window. Shows the bids and offer on different price levels, different exchanges. Now you can integrate even further quoting. If I right click and I say I want to show 3 levels of ARCA, and I want to show 3 levels of NSDQ and 3 of the NYSE, I could change that, and then you could see that just increased the amount of quotes that I can see for each. I can see 3 NSDQ quotes, 3 ARCA quotes. That is an additional service that you can request. Our basic package, our level 2 package, will provide best bid, best offer, 1 quote from each. The direct quotes, you would subscribe to the ARCA book or NSDQ book for additional cost, but you can see the additional depth of book for indication of interest. So you see the share, the exchange, and the price level for each. Also, you can see the high, low, the open, close, the percentage change. So that's the level 2 window. You can also right click on here, see a different list of symbols you viewed in the past. I can also right click for different settings and customization, different colors. If I want to change my skin to a different series, to a different, each price level has a different window here as well. And then I can also add an alert directly from my level 2. If my last price is reached here, I can put an alert here as well, so you can do that directly from the level 2 here as well. Now I have my chart here. You can see there's different time frames that are available. You can flip through multiple time frames on the bottom chart. Oh, you see my alert just popped up. Gives me a noise and also flashes, alerts me to that price level, and then I can close it there. On the chart, if I right click, go into my chart parameters, I could select different time frames that we have available. You can add different tabs. So if I select a 5-minute and I want to name it 5-minute and click add, that now adds that specific tab to my chart, so I could easily flip between my 1-minute chart and my 5-minute chart very easily. If I want to right click and go into studies, this is where I can apply various studies or conditions. We have the various moving averages and different time frames. I could easily change the period of my moving average. If I wanted that to be something different, I can just click add, and you can see that applies that moving average. If I want to remove it, I just click it and it's gone. We have a VWAP that you can add. You can see that applies to the chart. Or other type of MACD or Bollinger Bands. You can put any of these different studies on the chart easily. Just click add to apply it or remove to get rid of it. And once again, there's a lot of other settings and customization you can do on the display. You can change some of the data displayed on the axis. You can see you could change the colors in your background if you wanted to very easily. You know, whatever works for you and whatever is going to be the easiest for you to view your charts and view your information the best. So it's obviously, you know, customizable for you. You can also have show executed orders or active orders on the chart here as well, or executions. So I can display open orders. So let's just see what that looks like. If I want to place a buy order, you can see the green line is now available on my chart. Then I could easily drag it or move it to a different price level to cancel and replace. And then the new order goes in. You could see the order just changed from 20 to 25 cents. If I also can right click to cancel my order as well. So it's another easy way to manage and modify orders one more time. Yes, you can also remove any of these confirmations. So if I went into my overall trading menu, it's one of the tabs here. This has a confirm. I could confirm all new orders. I can confirm order changes, or I can confirm different warnings. If I don't want to exceed certain limits, I could have it either not let me trade, not allow, or just have a warning. So I could have certain warnings based on price, based on share size, when a spread is too big, and max position size. So I can set my own limits on here as well. So now that I took that away, you can see I have the confirmation is gone. If I want to drag it up, maybe I didn't get rid of that one. Confirm chart orders. I'd get rid of all these confirmations if I want orders to go in right away. So you can see now I just click and drag, that order goes in right away. Same with my hotkeys. There's no more confirmation. You can see these orders going right away. So that brings me to my positions window up top here. You can see now I just sent in 2 quick 100 share market orders. They executed 100 out of 100. You could see on my orders window. Also on my message window, opening 100, bought 200. And then we could see my price here and then any P&L changes as well. If I want to right click on my positions window, I could close out a portion of that, portion of multiple positions, or I can close out all my longs, all my shorts directly from my positions window. You can configure the positions window to show only your long positions, only your short positions, only your option positions, only equity. So you can filter those as well for different categories. So you can have multiple positions. So let's say I wanted to only show long positions. Now, if I have a new positions window, let's say I want to configure this one to only show short positions. Now, if I went to another symbol, I sold short, I have one position showing long, one position showing short, but I have both positions. So it's really up to you how you want to display it. Same thing with my orders window. If I want to have a second orders window, if I right click and I go to display, I have one that's showing executed orders and one that's showing active orders. So you can see one that's open orders and one that's executed orders. So you can really customize that to show however you want to display those different orders. Open versus closed, canceled, executed. Same with my positions here as well. Okay, so let me reset back to my layout here. So we go back to the beginning once again. So let's say you didn't like your changes. I didn't save it. So I'm just going to go right back to the original layout. Now, guys, don't forget you can request a demo of the software from the Lightspeed website. So if you do want to test out this for people who don't have accounts, you certainly can request a demo here. Okay, it's just some other quick windows here. The original demo trial is a 2-week demo. If you do need another extension, you can always contact us as well. So we have a ticker alert window. You can see this shows anything that makes a new high or new low on the day. That's a constant filter that's going to display. We have our watch list. This is where you can track and view any position, any orders, symbols that you want to. I simply just have to add another symbol here, Tesla, and I can view it. And then I can also go and customize my watch list. If I go into my columns, we can see all these data columns would be available to apply. So if I wanted to see my percentage change, volume change, 52-week highs, any of these categories, and I could change the category, will be able to be added to my watch list. So if I want a percentage gap, if I wanted change from the open, just have to click it, and you can see that adds additional data columns. Excuse me there for a second. Just need a drink of water here. So you can also sort by any of these categories as well. So if I wanted to sort by percentage change, I can. If I wanted to just sort by the symbol, I can. So really all these are able to be sorted and customized how you want to filter these watch lists. On top of this, we have the account summary window. It's going to show you your equity, which is your account balance, your buying power, any remaining buying power, anything that's overnight, anything that's remaining. So, and your marked open or closed P&L as well. So you can track your account summary here, open positions, shares traded. So it really helps you keep track of your margin, your buying power, and your account information. Now, you can also create additional charts here. So you can see I can set up various charts for the indices or for certain symbols. You could have multiple charts in different styles. You can see the DJI I have is kind of a line chart. The SPX I have more as a candlestick. And you can put that the SPX versus the SPY and view how they run in comparison or not. So really, the tools are here for you to track what you are looking for and what information you're looking to use. What also makes this nice is if you don't have a lot of room, you can set up different pages to show different categories of different layouts. So it's all one layout, but I can have multiple pages on one layout. So if you look here, I have a couple different pages on my one main layout. If I select options, that's going to bring me to a page I have dedicated for my options trading. So you can see this is going to have all different layout than what I just had without having to load something very quickly. So if I click on something, you can see it populates my level 2. I can also populate my complex option order entry. So if I wanted to place a spread, I can do that very easily. I can select it as a debit or credit spread. And we also now have a P&L tracking chart for your spreads. You can see here a break-even point and a profit or loss graph break-even for your spread strategy. If I want to place an independent order, I just have to go to my level 2, same as a stock. I would select my quantity, my price, my order type, and I can place my option order here as well. Then we can see my orders window, this executed, and shows in my positions window as well. If I wanted to do something else, let's say the advanced strategy, I have it loaded, I hit go, it can give me a summary if it's available or not. And we can see if that accepted it. I don't have a messages window here, so I would just go into my messages window. We could see this demo is not permission for that type of trading, but you can place those spreads very easily. Now, if I wanted to do a covered call, I can do so. So I could buy the equity leg and sell the covered call all at the same time. And it gets you the information here on my confirm, buying 100 Tesla, selling the Tesla call. So on your option chain, you can view the near date or all dates. You can view near money or all prices. You can show, if there's been a split, it'll show a special contracts as well. If I want to increase or decrease the number of strikes I want to see, you can see in the money versus out of the money is shaded here as well. All right, on to my next one. On my pages here, I have one for scans. So you can see we do offer the light scan filter. This allows you to scan the markets and sort by different data categories. So essentially building your different columns like you did in a watch list, and then you can sort and filter. So if I go to my filters here, I could filter by certain prices or volume or ranges. If I wanted to sort by a certain time frame, the last 60 minutes, I could do so as well. Or if I want to add different data columns, so if I want percentage gap, I can add it. And then if I make this a little bigger, I could sort by it. So I could see what has gapped up percentage-wise on the day or gapped down, and lets me easily make decisions based on what's moving in the markets today. So that's a very nice feature. You can find it in the new menu. You have to request this from our desk if you don't have it enabled, so it is available for you though. We do also offer the block trade filter, shows different trades printing in large blocks, shows what exchange it was printed on. Right now everything is the ADFN, which is the alternative display since it's after hours. Let you know what's trading, what's moving the markets. We have our risers and fallers list here as well. You can see what's up or down big on the day, what's most active. You can also customize and sort going to my settings. If I want to show the percentage change, if I wanted to filter, I can do a lot of different things with my risers and fallers. So essentially, this is kind of like a quick version of the light scan, just showing you up, down, percentage change for the day and most volume. We do also offer the order imbalances. This is going to show in the last 15 minutes of the day, populating with the buy and sell imbalances. So that would be available. It's available for everyone, part of their package here. Just go into your order imbalances tab. That's going to allow you to view when there's heavy buy or sell interest here as well. Another feature that we do offer would be the tip ranks analysis and ratings and features. This is provided by TipRanks, is the company. It does consolidate analysts' consensus, analysts' rankings, price targets, daily ratings, highest rated stocks, insider activity. So if you're looking to get more information about investing in a security or a company, this is going to give you a lot of that information. So you have different price targets, you have different rankings and ratings of the analysts, and then the different ratings. Also, if I see this one has a sell rating and I want to trade it, I can easily click it. That's going to populate that symbol, not only my level 2, but in my analyst ratings. So it's all linked together to allow you to view and make decisions, whether you're looking to invest or day trade or swing trade. We're trying to give you various tools to do so. Now, if I wanted to add a new page, so the tip ranks, you can find it in your new menu, and you just have to go to the bottom of the menu. You have your ratings, your rated stocks, and your analyst ratings. You can also find that on the Lightspeed website when you log in on your client center, so that is available there as well. Now, if I do want to create a new page for my layout, I just have to click Add New Page. Maybe I want something for charts. So I give it blank screen. I can now do a lot of different charts here, different time frames. So if I want to view the SPY and I want to view something else, I could have multiple charts set up as a different layout. So I can flip through my equities page and now flip back to my charts page. So it's a way to save some space and view different information all within one layout without having to waste time saving and loading files. Okay, one thing I didn't mention, which is actually pretty important, is the linking of windows. You could link everything is really based off of a level 2 window. So I could have a series of windows here, an order entry window and a chart, all linked to one level 2 window. And then I can have a series of other linked windows together as well. So I'm going to show you how to link two different series of windows here, a chart, a level 2, and an order entry side by side. Now, everything is derived off of the level 2 window. So what I want to do is right-click on any other window to decide which level 2 I want to link to. But I have to link through the top window banner border and select which level 2 window I'm looking for. So I'm going to link this to the DIA, and I'm also going to link my order entry to the DIA. Now I'm going to change this to SPY, and I'm linking this series of windows through the SPY. So now when I change the symbol on my one chart, this series of windows updates. If I change the series on this series will update. If I do want a chart that I want to be a standalone chart, I simply right click and I go to link and I unlink. That will allow this to be a standalone chart. So regardless if I'm entering new symbols, that chart is never going to update. So you can either link to your level 2 window, or you could unlink as a standalone chart. Does that make sense? Okay, great, because that's a little tricky because you get a different menu when you click in the middle of the window versus when you click on the top banner border. So it's to link, you have to the trick is to link on the top banner to get that linking menu. So that's a little tricky. It's not really self-explanatory, so it's good to know. Okay, now I'm going to switch this out with a live account here. That was a demo, and the demo is only going to provide you with so much information. So I'm going to just reduce this for a second. This is a live account. Now, what you can see in the live account is some different information on my level 2 window. You can see in the upper right-hand corner, there are some indicators. A lot of questions are, what do those indicators mean? So this is a good one to start. DCIX, the red CB, that indicates that's a circuit breaker. So that's a short sale restriction. You can only short on an uptick. However, if you see the red T, that indicates it's a threshold security. That is not available for shorting today. So you would not be able to place any type of short order. You could see a standard stock, easy to borrow, is a green E, indicates there. You could see the 25% is the margin requirement on that position. If I went to something had a higher requirement, 90% UVXY, that's reflected in the level 2 window. So that helps you with knowing how much margin you can use and how big of an order you can show. Now, also, if you have different stocks, you can see if they're available. This one's 100%. Anything below $3 is going to be 100%. It's we also do have the different indicators, and I also want to show something that's just a locate required. So you can see NETE. We also have a new short request. An L indicates a locate is required. So you can, it's not easy to borrow, but it may be available through an additional search through our trade desk. You can submit an email for a free search through our trade desk. Or we do have the short request feature, which accesses a third-party borrow, and it is a pre-borrow fee, but it will let you access additional shares to short very quickly. So right now I have NETE 100 shares. I click locate, so that one's actually not available. You can see this one here, NXTD, available 100 shares, 0.041 per share. So this would be $4.10 for my 100 shares. I can either agree, accept the fee, and then I could place the order to sell short, or I could just cancel this request and no fee is charged. So essentially, it's an immediate locate for additional shares and allows you to short the position, or gives you the ability to place your short sell order right away. It's a very nice feature. Accesses a lot of additional shorts here. Okay, I want to get into the hot buttons a little bit, and then we'll get into your questions. So the hot buttons or the hotkeys can be accessed through our predefined menu. If I go to my hot buttons window, any of these predefined orders and categories can be applied. So you see we have orders based on tier size or market orders, closeout orders, buy or sell, bid or offer, closeouts, close out your entire position. With the short, if you accept the short fee, you get charged regardless if you place the order. If you cancel it, then no fee is charged. So it is a pre-borrow. You're paying for that access to borrow it regardless if you execute the order. So you can see here we have all these different categories. If I want to change an order by a penny, a nickel, a dime, a quarter, I can do that with a hot button or hotkey. If I want to close out all positions, half positions, so we see I have a closeout all already enabled. If I close out half, close out all my half of all my positions. If I want to close all my longs or shorts, all these can be added as hot buttons. So very easily, I have 100 shares. All right, so see I got a rejection. I can't do LSPT after hours. So let's see, 500 shares NXTD. I have my close out full order or close out all or close out half. Want to close out half of it. You can see that instantly places the order. That is linked to LSPT as a market order, so that wouldn't be available. but you can easily place these, or I can create my own custom orders as well. So if I go into custom orders and I create a new command, I can do a series of different orders and configure. If I want to buy or sell or close out, I can do it very easily. I can do a bid or ask, a market order, or through amounts based off of the bid or offer. So if I want to just say sell 5 cents below the bid as a closeout for half my position, I can do it very easily. And then I can even map it as a key here or as a hot button. If I go into my hot buttons, add my order, custom order, I can add it. I can even change it to close out half. So we'll get rid of this one. So we can see I have 500 shares. I have my custom closeout half. That's going to sell half my position 5 cents below the bid. The bid is 388. I'm selling at 383. And immediately that order goes in. So your custom orders can do a lot of different order types and order configurations, share size, market orders, closeouts, all for different share size and different configurations. We do have a full webinar on these, so I can't go too much into depth here because of the time constraints. But if guys do have questions on specific orders they're looking to do, I certainly could always do a walkthrough with everyone. You could always send an email with how you're looking to build certain orders, and we'll always help you try to build those out as well. The negative through amount is only needed on certain order types. So if I do a buy with a positive through amount, it's going to buy above the bid. So it's aggressive. Any positive order is aggressive. If I did a negative number, it's going to be more of a passive number. It's going to buy below the bid. So a negative, and it's going to be reversed with a sell order. A sell positive number is going to be an aggressive order below the bid. A sell negative number is going to be more of a passive target order above the bidder offer. So the logic is reversed. But a positive number is going to be aggressive. A negative number is going to be passive. So for example, I'll give you two quick ones here. Sell plus 5 bid. So I have my bid. I'm going to say selling above it. So that's what I'm going to do my negative. So it's a little tricky, but selling above it, and we'll just say 100 shares. And then I'm going to create a new command. I'm going to do sell below bid. So in this sense, I'm only going to do the positive number. And I'll show you how they both operate here. So I'm going to put them both into some hotkeys here. So I'm going to have my sell plus and then my sell below. So we can see, let's change symbols. Bid is 47. I'm going to do my sell plus bid. It's going to go and sell 100. The bid is 42, so it's going 5 cents above the bid. If I do sell below, sell 100, the bid is 47, so it's going to sell at 42 cents. So it knows whether I am positive or negative based on those through amounts. One is going to be above, one is going to be below. So you can configure your throughs for different ones. You can do that on your custom closeouts as well. You can close out orders, custom order, create new command, close out full half position, through amount. You can do the same thing like any other buy or sell through amount. So that is also available. So there's a lot of ways to configure these. I know I'm going fast. I apologize. I'm just trying to give you examples of the different ones here. You can also set a stop order with a preset through amount that is available. You're not able to link it to a certain order like an OCO, but you can have a limit and a stop order out there at the same time. There's a setting here to cancel any open orders if my position is closed. So here you can see in my cancels, cancel pending orders. So essentially it's acting like a linked order. So if you look at my window here, let's just say I have a 250 share order. I'm going to sell it way above. This would act as my limit order. Now let's say I want to get out, or if my stop hits, so essentially I'm going to sell it, at something that's going to be marketable. Hit yes, that closed the position, but you can see that also closed my previous order as well. So that even though I place these orders separately, they can interact with at least canceling it so you don't get double filled there. You can request a setting to disallow short sales. You can request that from our trade desk. You'd have to submit that as a request. We do have other risk parameters. You can do max order size, max position size. You can request a max daily loss, which will prevent you from opening any new positions if your max loss is reached. So there are some custom risk settings you can submit as well for us. If you do have position hot buttons you want to create and test, you can request it through the demo. It's a very safe way to do it. There's also a Nasdaq test stock which allows you to place simulated orders as well. It's strictly a test stock. But the best way is just to request a demo. You can load your live layout to your demo, test all your keys, your settings, and then load that back to your live account. So that's really the best way to do it, is just to request a demo to test out these hotkeys. Okay, once again, just a couple questions coming in on the chart. To set up a study, I right-click on the studies. I select any of my different moving averages. Let's say just a simple moving average, 20 period. I click add, that applies it. Same thing if I want to put on any of my other pivot points or bands, just click add. That throws that study right on there. If I want to get rid of it, I can remove it. If I want to edit this, I could use my mouse wheel to change the period very easily. So I want to go from a 20 to a 40. I can do it very easily. You can request a demo right from the Lightspeed website or to sales@lightspeed.com. So right in the upper right-hand corner, try a demo, brings you right to it, and you're able to test out the platform. Trailing stops are available as well. We're looking to make this a standard order. Right now, it would have to be a custom stop order. So it's not as recommended, but it is available. You'd have to go into your custom stops and configure it. If you have further questions on that, you can email John, and I can send you a way to do that. But we are looking in the next quarter to come out with a custom, with a standard trailing stop order. So that would probably be the better way to go. Of course, when people are looking at the demo, you can't compare the fills on a demo with a true market environment. The demo is really used to test out the system, configure your orders, learn how to use it most effectively. You can find you're always going to get filled on a demo. Your P&L may be inflated. You can't really compare that to a live trading environment. So you get that question a lot. It's just never going to happen. I'm going to send a market order. it's not going to the market. So how can it truly interact and replicate how a live order would? So, we always say our demos are used for the software itself to learn, not for strategy and P&L testing and actual paper trading. Super Smart Order would be a different order type. It sends multiple orders to different exchanges at the same time to try to get filled without moving the markets too much at one time. So you can configure different markets here. If I want to send it to 4 different places at once, I can do that here, and I could set up a through amount and where I want the remainder to go. So if I place a 2,000 share order, it's going to send it to 4 different places at once, trying to get filled with a little bit from each of these exchanges, rather than pushing the price away too far by sending a 2,000 share order to the market and all the other exchanges move away before they get filled. So it's a way to simultaneously access markets at the same time. Really used for larger share orders. You do have the ability to do hidden orders here. If you change your order form hidden, that will hide the full order. If I wanted to do 1,000 share order, but only display 200 or 300 at a time, I can configure that as well. You can configure that through your custom orders and pop-ups as well. A pop-up is another order I didn't even go into. If I want to do a pop-up order, bid, here, you can see my pop-up brings up this pop-up box here. I can easily adjust my order size. I could adjust my markets. I could change my price, my share size, my reserve amount. So if I wanted to only display 100 shares at a time, but I wanted to send an order for 500 shares, I could do that. So the pop-up orders, it's a whole nother way to customize for pretty much queuing up an order, waiting for the price to come to you. Let's say I want to adjust the price. Then I could even do different increments here. So a lot of ways to place orders. Then in regards to order routing, the Lightspeed order route is the lowest cost route when you're taking liquidity, market orders, marketable limit orders. That's the route you want to use for the lowest cost. If you are setting target limit orders, you're looking to capture liquidity and rebates, then you'd want to use the exchanges, Arca, Edge, Nasdaq, BATS. Those would provide the rebates. Those also do offer liquidity that you may not see. So it depends on your style of trading, the size of your orders, and what you're looking to do. If it's a standard 500 share market order, the LSPT is going to send that out immediately, get you filled the best possible price. If you are trading something that's not as active and you have a larger share order, you may want to go to an exchange that's displaying the highest bidder offer to access their liquidity first. So it is, it's always variable based on a lot of factors of the best way to route. We give you the Lightspeed route as the option for the lowest cost and a fast fill, but then you have all these other type of orders, dark routes, smart routes, midpoint orders. So that all comes with some experience testing it out, strategies. We do have descriptions of all these additional routes on the website under resources, Lightspeed Trader. You can see not only our manual, our reference guide, you can see the different documentation for order entry and routing, dark pool routes, algo routes. So there's a lot that you can do to advance your trading once you're familiar with the basics of the software. I didn't want to go too much into that, but you can quickly view it. It's going to describe the different algo routes, algorithms based on sweeping, based on different technology and algorithms here, custom routes, aggressive versus neutral. So that's when I say this can really be advanced, but you can see it could be as basic as sending a 100 share market order to the Lightspeed route. So, it's really, as you grow with the software and your trading, you can really grow with what you're looking to do. The short request window has to be requested on demand. We do have a quick disclaimer that you would just have to read to view the terms and agree to, and then we can enable it. So all you have to do is just email service@lightspeed.com to request a short request to be enabled on your account. And we do have a quick video on our website to view the kind of the conditions there of how to do it. You can view all the different routing fees and schedule here. If you go into the Lightspeed routing fees page, you can see LSPT route 0015, and then the different routes have different fees, and they also offer the add liquidity rebates. Anything not in parentheses would be a rebate. Anything in parentheses is a charged fee. So that information is displayed there as well. Buying power is displayed in your account summary. If it's a demo and you want that increased, you would just have to email us to do so. You don't have control of that. Live account, your buying power is what is available as far as your equity and your account balance and what positions you're holding or not. So that's all determined based on the account status. So if you guys are interested in demos, definitely do it through the website. If you're looking to open an account, you can do that through the website as well. You go into the open account button here and go through our application. If you do have questions, you can always call or email us. sales@lightspeed.com is a general sales email that you can use to answer any questions here, as well as my personal email for any questions about what we're going over here, as well as a new account or just other questions. I'd be happy to discuss anything here. It's rlifson@lightspeed.com. So if you have questions, you can certainly contact me for a new account or just on your account in general. And just remember the different webinars and information are available. So there's a lot of information to do the hotkeys, order routing, rebates. We try to give different schedules and different information here. So if you want to know more about order routing, check out that webinar. You want to know more about hotkeys, we have that. So customizing your layout, advanced order entry. In addition, it's always good to check that out. And whenever you do have additional questions, certainly come to us. Open the account, just click on that open account button and give us a call. We'll walk you through it. So guys, I want to thank you for joining. There's so much more I could go over. This is just a 101. I'm trying to cover as much as possible. And I know I get kind of sidetracked here for some of the different topics, but certainly if you want to discuss anything further, I'm always open to doing personal walkthroughs and answering personal questions as well. All the features and all the services are available for international account holders, no difference than a US or an international account. So all the fees and all the features are all the same there. So everything here would apply as well. So I thank you guys. Have a great new year. Happy holidays to everyone. I hope everyone's enjoying this. Hope that you're able to get some great information here. Thank you, Wanda. Thank you, Adam, Nick, Chris, guys. I'm hoping to hear from you. Certainly call us for questions, email us, get the account open. No obligation, but you certainly can get the account rolling and be ready for when you're able to start funding and trading. But thank you guys very much. Like I said, this will be available on the website, and just certainly let us know if you have other questions. But thank you guys so much. Happy New Year. Take care. Thanks, Todd. Take care.